There are moments in life when something deep within you begins to stir. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand. It just whispers. A quiet pull. A subtle restlessness. A soft ache in the bones of your soul that says, this is not where you're meant to stay. Capricorn, lately, the ground you once called solid has started to feel unfamiliar. The rhythm of your days no longer aligns with the rhythm of your spirit. People you once felt connected to seem distant. And places that used to feel like home have become too small. But let me tell you something that no one else has dared to say out loud. You're not losing your place. You're being summoned to the one that's always been yours. This is not coincidence. This is not confusion. This is relocation written in the stars. And not just any relocation. This is a divine shift. A heavenly repositioning. A cosmic rerouting back to the place destiny has been saving for you, quietly, patiently, since the day you were born. Because Capricorn, you were never meant to stay where survival is your only mode. You were meant to build where your spirit can breathe again. And that's exactly what the universe is preparing to show you. So I ask you, not with fear, but with fire. Are you ready to move, not with your feet, but with your faith? Because what you're about to hear is not just a message. It's a map. And if you follow it, piece by piece, you'll discover what's been waiting for you all along. Stay with me to the very end. Because this is where your shift begins. Part 1, the whisper you can't ignore. Capricorn, you've always been known for your silence. But even in silence, something inside you has been speaking louder than ever. It's not anxiety. It's not exhaustion. It's a whisper. The kind that doesn't come from your mind. It comes from your bones. From that ancient part of you that remembers who you were before the world told you who to be. At first, it came softly, like a gentle discontent. A strange feeling that the life you're living has outgrown itself. That your days feel too predictable. That even your dreams feel like they belong to someone else. But now, the whisper has turned into a pull. And that pull is sacred. You might notice it in small ways. Waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. Feeling disconnected from conversations that once sparked you. Sensing that the routine you've worked so hard to build no longer satisfies your soul. Capricorn, this isn't restlessness. This is alignment calling your name. This is the first sign that you're being shifted. Because when the universe prepares a new chapter for you, it doesn't start by changing your world. It starts by changing your spirit. It loosens the grip of the familiar. It unties your emotional attachments to things you once couldn't imagine living without. It whispers, over and over again, this is not your final place. You were not born to decorate cages. You were born to climb, to ascend, to rise. But here's the catch. The whisper won't shout. It won't chase you. It will only wait until you're ready to follow. So ask yourself, what has life been trying to say to you, quietly, while you've been too busy surviving to listen? Because Capricorn, if you slow down just enough, you'll realize that the whisper isn't asking you to figure it all out. It's only asking one thing. Will you follow what you feel even before you fully understand it? Life lesson, the voice you ignore becomes the lesson you must learn later. When your soul whispers, it's not seeking your logic, it's offering your liberation. If you ignore that whisper, life will eventually teach it to you through pain, detours, and delay. But if you listen, really listen, you won't just hear destiny calling, you'll begin walking toward it. Capricorn, the whisper is not a question. It's a map. Follow it. Part 2, the signs that you're being shifted. Capricorn, destiny doesn't always knock on your front door. Sometimes, it leaves clues. Subtle, strange, undeniable clues that only the spiritually awake can decode. You might be wondering, if I'm really being shifted, why don't I see it clearly? But here's the truth, you don't always recognize the shift when it starts. Because it rarely begins with an announcement. It begins with a discomfort. The things that used to bring you peace now feel draining. The people you once trusted no longer understand you. You find yourself growing quiet in rooms that used to excite you. Not out of arrogance, but out of evolution. And here's the key. It's not because something is wrong. It's because something no longer fits. You are expanding. Spiritually, emotionally, even energetically. And when expansion happens, friction is inevitable. You might feel a sudden disinterest in old goals, a growing urge to clean, to move, to start over. A sense of being out of place in places you once called home. These aren't mood swings. These are alignment tremors, the soul's way of saying, you're no longer a match for this version of your life. Even your body responds. Sleep becomes irregular. Dreams become vivid, symbolic, haunting even. Your spirit is trying to get your attention through signs, numbers, synchronicities, déjà vu. You bump into people you haven't seen in years, but the timing feels like fate. A stranger says something that answers a question you've been silently carrying. Or you hear a message like this one, and something in your chest whispers, "This is for me." That's not just a coincidence. It's a confirmation. Capricorn, when you are being spiritually shifted, your soul gets louder than your mind. And if you don't listen, life will keep turning up the volume. Until you either follow the signs, or you suffer by staying in a space you've already outgrown. Life lesson: when life becomes uncomfortable, it's often because you're growing beyond it. The signs of destiny don't always come as opportunities. Sometimes they come as misalignment, discomfort, or loss. But those aren't punishments, they're sacred instructions. The more life pushes you, the clearer the message. You're not supposed to stay where you no longer belong. Part 3: What must be left behind. Capricorn, every journey into destiny begins with a shedding. Not just of things, but of identities, attachments, illusions. And that's the part nobody talks about. That in order to step into your next chapter, you'll have to grieve parts of your current one. This isn't just about leaving a city, a job, or a relationship. It's about releasing what no longer serves who you're becoming. You can't climb higher while holding the weight of what's expired. The truth is, some things will not survive your elevation. Not because they're bad, but because they're too small for the life that's being prepared for you. And here's what makes this shift so sacred. You're not being asked to throw everything away. You're being asked to discern. Discern what's a seed, and what's a chain. Maybe it's a friendship that used to feel like home, but now feels like a distraction. Maybe it's a habit that once comforted you, but now numbs your fire. Or maybe it's a version of you, the one who doubted her worth, the one who played small so others could feel comfortable, the one who stayed silent to keep the peace. Capricorn, not everything is meant to go where you're going. Even your past victories, the roles you played, the identities you wore to survive, they may no longer be required in this next realm of purpose. And it's hard, because letting go doesn't always come with closure. Sometimes it just comes with a whisper from your higher self that says, "This can't come with us." So, here's the question. What are you still carrying that your soul has already released? Because if you don't choose to let go, life will find a way to remove it for you. And that version hurts more. Capricorn, don't pack your bags with things that belong to a life you've already outgrown. Don't decorate a prison just because it's familiar. And don't confuse loyalty with self-sabotage. Release with reverence. Let go with love. Say goodbye not with bitterness, but with the wisdom to know. Not everything meant to start with you is meant to finish with you. Life lesson: you can't arrive where you belong if you refuse to leave where you don't. Growth requires subtraction. Before destiny adds to your life, it often removes. And though loss feels like breaking, it's often clearing space for the version of you that finally fits your soul. Capricorn, don't fear the letting go. Fear staying too long in a place that's already said goodbye to you. Part 4: The place that has been waiting for you. Capricorn, there is a place calling you. Not just physically, but spiritually. And here's the truth most people miss. You're not just going somewhere new. You're returning to somewhere ancient. Not in geography, but in memory. In soul memory. Because this place, this new chapter, has been waiting for you long before you even knew to look for it. It's not random. It's not sudden. It's the kind of place that carries your name in the wind, your story in the soil. And even though you've never stood there with your feet, Your spirit recognizes it. This is the kind of place where the rhythm of life matches the rhythm of your soul. Where the silence feels peaceful, not lonely. Where opportunities don't just open, they welcome you. Where you don't have to knock, because the door already knows you're coming. Capricorn, you've spent years walking in places that tolerated you. Now you are being summoned to a place that will celebrate you. Where your strength isn't misunderstood. Where your ambition isn't judged. Where your depth isn't labeled as too much. This place, this energetic territory, is the environment your gifts have been waiting to grow in. It's a fertile ground. A spiritual climate designed for who you've become. And here's the most magical part. You're not creating it from scratch. You're aligning with what's already been prepared. Like a key finally meeting the lock it was carved for. Like a note finally played in the chord it was meant to harmonize with. That's why the pull feels so deep. Because you're not chasing something. You're responding to a place that's been calling you since your very first breath. A place where even the air will feel different. Where peace won't be something you try to find, it'll find you. This isn't about escaping where you've been. It's about finally becoming who you were meant to be in the right soil. So trust this, Capricorn. Your environment shapes your evolution. And this next environment, it was custom designed to awaken what's been buried inside you for years. Life lesson, your soul knows where you belong long before your mind understands it. There are places that drain you. And there are places that unlock you. The difference isn't logic, it's resonance. When you feel peace without proof and alignment without effort, that's not a coincidence. That's a sign you've arrived. Capricorn, the life that's waiting for you won't need to be chased. It will feel like breathing for the first time. Part 5, the people already aligned with you. Capricorn, destiny doesn't just shift you into places. It also aligns you with people. And the most powerful truth is this. The people who are meant to walk with you in this next chapter are already in place. They're not strangers. They're soul recognized. Carriers of pieces of your purpose. Just as you are carriers of theirs. Somewhere out there, someone has been praying for exactly what you carry. And your relocation isn't just about your future. It's the answer to someone else's destiny too. That's how divine alignment works. It's not just about where. It's about who. You may cross paths with a mentor who sees the version of you you've been hiding. You may meet a friend who feels like you've known them for lifetimes. Or you may connect with someone whose single sentence shifts your entire direction. And when it happens, you'll feel it. Not in your mind, but in your spirit. It won't be forced. It won't require you to shrink, to chase, or to prove. These people will meet you where you are and lift you from there. They won't compete. They won't confuse. They will confirm what your soul already knows. You are not meant to walk this path alone. Capricorn, for too long you've carried the weight by yourself. You've been the strong one, the builder, the provider, the listener. But in this new place, you'll finally be received as deeply as you give. You'll find people who pour back into you, who speak your name in rooms of opportunity, who pray for you when you don't even ask. Not because they owe you, but because they're assigned to you. Capricorn, divine relationships aren't made, they're revealed. And your journey ahead holds the revelation of people whose hearts were crafted to walk beside yours. So don't fear the unknown. Don't fear losing people who cannot go. Because those who are meant for you will find you, feel you, and fight for you without needing to be convinced. Life lesson, destiny always sends people to match the depth of who you're becoming. The next level of your life will require new voices, new energies, and new mirrors. Don't cling to connections that no longer resonate just because they're familiar. When you let go of who no longer sees you, you make room for those who were born to recognize your soul. Capricorn, your tribe is not lost, they're simply waiting at the place your soul is headed. Part 6, the final test before arrival. Capricorn, before every divine arrival, there is always a final test. Not to punish you, but to prove that you're ready. This test rarely looks like a thunderstorm. Instead, it shows up in disguise. As an opportunity to settle for something good enough. As a temptation to return to the comfort you've already outgrown. as a sudden wave of doubt that makes you question whether you're imagining everything. In this exact moment, right before the breakthrough, life will ask you one question. Are you willing to release what's almost right, to make room for what is truly destined? This is the moment where many turn back. They confuse exhaustion with a signal to stop. They see silence as rejection, instead of sacred preparation. They accept comfort as success, instead of pushing toward legacy. But not you, Capricorn. Because your soul wasn't made for the middle. You were made for the mountain. And sometimes, the highest point requires the greatest letting go. So what does the final test feel like? It might come as a job that looks secure, but drains your calling. It might come as a relationship that feels familiar, but keeps your soul quiet. It might even come as an unexpected delay, a closed door you don't understand, a silence that makes you question everything. And yet, what feels like a no is often destiny's protective yes. What feels like rejection is divine redirection. Capricorn, this test is asking, can you trust the plan, even when the path disappears under your feet? Because the final test is never about ability. It's about faith. Faith to move before it makes sense. Faith to say no to what you've always accepted. Faith to stand in the unknown and still believe. My destiny is already set. My arrival is already written. This is the final fire. Not to burn you, but to refine you. So don't fold now. Don't run back to what you've already healed from. You are closer than you've ever been. And the test is only hard, because the reward is holy. Life lesson right before breakthrough. Life will ask you to choose, comfort or calling. The last stretch of the journey is the most fragile. Because it's where destiny watches to see if you'll trade everything you've outgrown for the future you've been asking for. Capricorn, the pressure you're feeling isn't a warning, it's a doorway. And this test isn't to break you, it's to crown you. Part 7, when you finally arrive. Capricorn, there will come a moment. Quiet, sacred, almost unreal. When your soul will know you've arrived. No one will need to announce it. No signs will need to flash. Because the confirmation won't come from outside. It will rise from within you. You'll breathe in the air, and it will feel lighter. You'll step into spaces that once would have intimidated you. And now, they will feel like home. You'll look around and realize, this isn't just a new chapter. This is where my story was always meant to lead. The fears that once kept you frozen will fade. The doubts that looped in your mind will fall silent. Even the wounds you carried for years will start to heal without effort. Simply because the environment finally matches your evolution. And here's the part that will bring tears to your eyes. All the closed doors. The people who left. The nights you cried yourself to sleep. Will suddenly make sense. Because now you'll see. They weren't setbacks. They were setups. Everything that felt like loss was life redirecting you. Every delay was divine timing protecting your energy. Every no you heard was creating room for this one, undeniable yes. And in this place, this soul-aligned, divinely prepared place, you won't just survive. You'll create. You'll rise. You'll finally experience what it feels like to be fully seen and fully supported. The relationships here won't drain you, they'll expand you. The opportunities won't make you question your worth, they'll honor it. The silence won't haunt you, it'll hold you. Capricorn, you were not born to wander forever. You were not meant to carry the weight of the world without rest. You were destined for arrival. And when you step into it, you'll know without a doubt. I'm not just in a new place. I'm in the place that was saving a seat for me all along. Life lesson, your destiny will never feel like force. It will feel like recognition. The right place won't require you to hustle for worth. It will greet your energy like it's been expecting you. Capricorn, when you arrive at the space that matches your soul, you won't have to become someone else. You'll just finally feel safe being who you were all along. Your relocation is not just movement. It's mastery. Capricorn, you've walked through the ache of leaving. You've endured the silence of transition. You've passed through tests meant to refine, not destroy you. And now, You stand on the threshold of what your soul has always known. This was never just a journey. It was an initiation. An initiation into alignment, into recognition, into the most powerful version of you that's ever existed. You see, destiny doesn't rush. It waits until your spirit is strong enough to receive what your ego would have wasted. And you, Capricorn, you waited. You endured. You outgrew the cage. You answered the whisper. And now, because you refused to settle, because you dared to trust the call, because you remembered who you are stepping into the place that was carved for you before time began. A place where your gifts will be used, where your peace will return, where your legacy will begin to root. So here's your final reminder. You were never forgotten. You were never late. You were never lost. You were simply becoming the one who could walk boldly into a life so aligned, so sacred, so intentional. It feels like home the moment you arrive. Seedling final life lesson: when you trust the shift, you activate the destiny. Relocation is never about escape. It's about expansion. The place that aligns with your spirit won't feel like effort. It will feel like coming home to yourself. Capricorn, don't delay what's already calling you. Don't second-guess the signs. And don't apologize for the things you've had to leave behind. Because where you're going, everything begins to make sense. Call to action from Zodiac Secrets Revealed. If this message stirred something deep in you, if you felt seen, heard, confirmed, then know this. You didn't find this video by accident. It was placed in your path as a signpost in your shift. So don't stop here. Subscribe to Zodiac Secrets Revealed. Because the next word, the next insight, the next confirmation is already waiting, just like this one was. And in the comments below, seal this message by declaring, "I'm ready for what's been waiting for me." Your journey into destiny has only just begun.